Ahogy láttátok a programot, a mai napon nem a szokásunkhoz híven egy korosztályra vagy egy témára építettük fel a napot, hanem arra törekedtünk, hogy minél több információt kapjatok különböző területekről. Ezek lehetnek innovatív eszközök, módszerek és egyéb olyan információk, amit azt gondoltuk, hogy szükséges átadni nektek. Én remélem, hogy sok mindent tudtok ebből a mai napon elvinni, és sikeresen zárjuk a napot. Egy-két technikai információt szeretnék itt az elején elmondani. Ugyanúgy működik minden ebben az évben is, ezen a nyáron is, mint az elmúlt években. Tehát ugye nem tudtatok online regisztrálni, viszont ez számít hivatalos regisztrációnak, amit itt megtettetek az asztalon. Alá kell írni ugyanúgy, ahogy az eddigi években, a különböző periódusokban, és a végén pedig a hivatalos tesztet ki kell tölteni, és ezzel zárjátok a kreditpontszerző továbbképzést. Ezen kívül még technikai információ, hogy úgy gondoltuk, hogy az egy mai első angol nyelvű előadásunkat nem úgy fordítjuk, ahogy szoktuk, hogy itt van a pályán, és folyamatosan szakaszonként fordítja a szakemberünk, hanem most én Esti Fegyvernek és Zsófiát kértem meg, aki ide a lelátóra ült, és ahhoz, hogy zökkenőmentesebben menjen az előadás, ő fogja fönt fordítani az előadást. 90 percet szántunk a Marosnak, de valószínű, hogy egy 9-10 percet rá fog húzni, úgyhogy ezért is döntöttünk így. És akkor kész van, úgyhogy szeretném bemutatni nektek Maros Kovacsikot az első előadás kapcsán. Ő a világon mindenhol járt edzői karrierje során, dolgozott férfi és női vonalon is, volt a magyar női válogatott edzője, de elmondása szerint az előbb tudtam meg én is, hogy 5 válogatottnál dolgozott. Úgyhogy nagyon örülünk, hogy majd kivássunk a keregettet, és hallgassátok szeretettel.
First of all, welcome everybody. I'm really happy that I got a chance to make a clinic here in Sopron. I would like to thank first of all to Zsófi Fegyverneki for the trust. We have been in touch for a long time. When she first time asked me to come here and to make a lecture. Of course, that big thanks goes to Hungarian Basketball Federation, and as I see here, many familiar faces and the coaches who are older than me, who are more experienced than me, so it makes me even prouder to get this opportunity. I would like to share with you my ideas about the shooting form, my point of view, my philosophy. Of course, you don't need to agree with it, because as you know that basketball is such a kind sport that we can work under different ideas and different philosophies. I feel privileged that in my coaching career I have worked in many different countries. I already worked in China, India, Russia, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, and now in the last 2 years in Spain. And there is one big truth what has followed me everywhere, wherever I have worked, that there is no great shooter who becomes by accident. It's not a coincidence that great shooters are great shooters. In every level, at every level, in every league, we have players who are able to hit the big shots. In the crunch time, under the pressure, they are able to deliver in a tough situation, but all of them, they have one thing in common, and this is that their shooting form is solid. Their fundamentals are clean, and the reason is that shooting is not a talent first. Shooting is the form first. As you can see, okay, in my first slide. I mean that many of you can see often small kids shooting by a range of Steve Curry. All of us can see the kids imitate, for example, Doncic step backs. But the question is if they have a right to do that. If their form is solid, and here in these cases, even us as a coaches, I mean, we are guilty because often, so we skip the steps of the shooting, teaching the shooting, and we are just really focused on results. So this is the thing what we as a coaches, what we have to improve a lot, because if we don't teach the form, if we don't teach the shooting form, we don't teach the shooting. So at the end we can say that it's really up to us how our kids, how our players shoot. And when we just take a look on the shooting form, we immediately know wherever we are who is the coach of the team. I'm not talking about the senior level, of course. I'm talking, for example, about the kids in academy. So because of it, I just want to go back into basics, not because I want to limit the creativity of the kids, but I just want to talk about how to build the confidence. Why? Because the players with a good shooting form, they don't hesitate. They shoot with a big confidence, and especially these players, they know what is the difference between the open shot and between the made shot. So they already have that kind of setup. At the end, at the end of my speech, before we get into the topic, I just want to ask you just to imagine the situation that you are without a defense. There is no scoreboard, there is no shot clock, there is no speed, there is no opponent. And the question is, if your kids shoot with the proper technique. If your answer is not that their shooting form is clean, repeatable, and balanced, so we have to get back into the basic and start working from the zero. Because in any other case, okay, the kids and the players as well, if we're talking about fixing the shot, they are not become a great shooter. I am pretty sure that many of you in your career, you already have been in situations that, let's say, you coach the player, great player, great kid. He was taking 500 shots every single week, but he was still not able to hit that shot through the game. I am pretty sure that many of you have been in this situation. Just try to imagine the situation that through your coaching career, you have been in a situation when you just start. That you work really hard with your players how to fix their shooting form, but it just didn't work. But don't be scared, you are not alone, and will come in my club. I mean, like everybody, every coach probably found himself in this terrible situation. And because of it, when I talked to Jofi and we talked about the topic, so I proposed her that let's talk about the shooting form, because I guess that this is only the way how we can make the players much better, because especially now in the modern basketball, when there's an up and down tempo, there's a transition game, when generally the teams, the modern teams, are able to score every single game over 90 points, so without shooting it's very difficult to succeed. So, if we talk about, I just want to make it for you much clearer, that you can imagine it easier. And this is a true story. A couple months ago, I had one individual workout in Valencia, and one Polish guy who I know perfect, he came to me and asked me, Maros, I have a son, 18 years old, national team player of under 18 Polish national team, and we have a problem because he really worked hard. He takes at least 3-4 times in a week 300-400 shots, but we just cannot improve his percentage. He's not a consistent shooter. Can you help us? And I said, yes, of course I can help you, but I mean, first of all, you have to understand it's not an easy process. It's not a process what takes you 2 days. You have to be patient. And first of all, if you want to talk about how to fix it, I have to see him. I have to see him shooting. So we talked a little bit, and we just found a deal that we are gonna make at least 30 practices. Now the question is, how many practices we need at the different levels to improve the shooting form? It's very difficult to answer, but I'm pretty sure that we have to talk at least about the 50 practices. About the 50 practices, 50 sessions, at least by 1 hour. My suggestion is at least 200 mindful shots. 200 mindful shots. So what does it mean? It's not about the repetition, it's about the mindful shot. I mean that every single shot, what is taken, is under control. Is under control of the coach, is under the control of recording, is under the control of analysis. Hard process? Yes, hard process. But I guess it's the only one way how we can improve the shot. So, I met this guy first time, and the first thing what I did with him, so we went through the shooting test. Here, look at guys, like the battery of your shooting test, it's totally up to you. My shooting test involves 8 different drills. But it's not only about the testing. The thing is, and what was my main purpose when I met him first time, was that I wanted to make his mind busy through the shooting. Why? So means that when I met him first time, I didn't want him to think about how he has to form his shot. I wanted to see how he shoots right here, right now. And because of it, my battery of tests involve different kind of shots. And as I said, the main goal is to make his mind busy, that he's not gonna think about, oh, I have to catch the ball like this, elbow there, legs like, no. I just let him shoot. what was very important, that I record everything. I record him, okay, you don't need like a special recording studio, phone, okay, or a small camera, but I recorded him with the slow motion, with the replays, and then when I got almost 206-7 sequences of his shot, I started analyzing it. Of course, this recording was taken from the different angles, because from one angle you cannot see everything. Okay, you cannot recognize every mistake, just stay in front of him, but you have to go from side, you have to go from behind. All the reps in this first practice, I haven't talked to him at all. I didn't ask him to do something. I totally left him alone, and I let him shoot according to my battery. Of course, through it, I was taking the notes, because one thing is what camera can show you, but if I put the camera ahead of you, but I stay from the side, so I can recognize something else. Then I came back home, I sit, and I started analyzing his shot. So, I mean, video editing, again, you don't need a specific programs. You just have to have a knowledge what you want to analyze, and plus, what was even more important at the beginning, that, because I have many videos, so I took the pictures of these videos. It's pretty easy on iPad, and I just was drawing all details what to do. Of course, when I did it, okay, when I did that, so I met him again with his father, and we watched through the clips and drawings, and they were just in shock. They were shocked. Why? If any one of us record any shooting form of any player, so we can find 20, 30 different mistakes. My suggestion, okay, or my idea is that generally we have no ideal shooting form. Because even if we watch the NBA, if we watch, let's say, Steve Curry, his shooting form is not perfect, because he's, let's say, more side holder ball than middle holder. He flicks the thumb. Okay, and if we go like a player by player, so I am pretty sure, I am convinced as a coach that there is no ideal shooting form. So it means that the job of us as a coaches, we have to teach the kids, we have to teach the players, if we're talking about the teaching process or fixing process, that we have to get as close as possible to the ideal shooting form. So, like, all of us have a different habits, where it's not easy to rebuild. And if we talk about the older kids, if we talk about the 16, 17 years old, so one thing what is pretty clear, you cannot teach them the way that you totally distract their shooting form and you start building from the zero. It doesn't work this way if we talk about the older kids. If we talk about the small kids, 7, 8, 9 years old, so they are like a spongy, so you can do pretty whatever you want, but with the older players, you have to be really careful how to do it. So you have to be much focused on what you can fix. So when I met them, I explained them all the things, and we said, let's get at work. So I just would like to go like a step by step, talking about the stance and balance, talking about hand placement and the grip, then shooting pocket and motion pad, it's very important, elbow alignment and flow through, release timing, and art. And the last thing, and the last point in this slide, as you can see, it's much more for the older players. This is not for the young kids. Because you are sitting in the corner, so probably it's not easy to see everything, but I'm going to describe it, and I hope so that you can understand it. So if we talk about the stance and balance, how wide we have to stay? So first thing is that you have to place your feet on the ground, your shoulders width apart. So as you have the shoulders, so this is your basic stance. When my shoulders, copy my feet. Another thing is what is good as well, that the width of your feet are same wide as your hips. But what is very important, that you never can put your feet closer than 1 foot in between. So if I stay, my wide is like my shoulders or my hips, but this distance between my 2 feet never can be lower than my feet in between. As you can imagine, I also you can imagine. Okay, so here, so this is the first thing, because I am a right hand shooter, so we always put my shooting side foot ahead slightly, about 1/3, more or less 30% ahead. This is the first thing. And second thing is that when I was young, so my coaches always was teaching me that I have to point my toes towards the rim. If we talk about some modern way of teaching shooting, so we always turn both feet slightly to the opposite side of the shooting hand. So if I am a right-hand shooter, so I tilt my feet a little bit on the left side. So if you can imagine that there is a watches below me, there is a 12, behind me 6, 3 and 9. So I tilt my feet to 11. Okay, the question is why. If you imagine any kind of the sport, when the players have to throw something, American football, basketball, darts and whatever, the basic thing what the coaches teach them from the beginning, that they have to find the point when their eyes meet their hand. So if I stay straight, let's say old school, and I just straighten my shoulder ahead, okay, the way like this, so more or less my hand goes that way, but my eyes is maybe 20 centimeters away. But when I turn my feet, so you can see that now my eyes meet my fingers. So in this case I have 1 point, what is my goal. So I aim to same point with my hand and with my eyes. So this is the reason why we need to turn our feet to 11 on the shot clock. Because we need a 1 point, our vision with our fingers. If I stay straight, I don't have it. So this is the basic stance. If we talk about the hips, about the knees, so generally in a shooting form, we talk about 3 most important angles, and the first one is knees. So how deep I need to drop my hips. There is a big problem with the players at any level, in any team, any age, that they just don't wanna bend their knees. So the first angle, and it's really important to be focused on, that my thighs, if I have a proper stand, that my thighs have to create with the ground 45-degree angle. So if you imagine, so when I drop down, so my thighs with the ground has to create 45-degree angle. If you are higher, you have a problem because generally we got the energy, we generate the energy, we generate the power for the shot because of our legs movement, not because of hand movement. So you have to be really focused that your kids, your players, depend if you're teaching or fixing, that you have to ask them to bend their knees to 45-degree angle. Okay, so when I got my stance, okay, when I shoot down there, I turn to 11, shooting and slightly forward, and I wanna just drop my hips to 45-degree angle. So this is my lower body, basic stance. And in this case, I have a balance. Why? Because I just have, the basic thing is that I need to get the same balance as I walk. So when I walk, I feel comfortable, but when I drop my hips, I have to feel myself same comfortable. So okay, I mean like, I just drop my hips, and I still feel comfortable. What about leaning the upper body? So again, the most important thing is that you never can bring your nose front of your feet. So if you tell from there, so I can do like this, because I have no balance. So I have to keep my nose, okay, over the tiptoes. So this is my 45 proper stance. So this is about lower body and balance. So we can already said about everything. Then the second thing is, and this is a hand placement and grip. Again, I'm not a fan of the old school. I'm the fan of the modern school. What is a little bit different? Talking about the hand placement, and again I explain you how to do it and why to do it. At least it makes a sense for me. So when we put the ball, when we put the shooting hand with the 5 fingers on the ball, so the first question always is there a gap or not? If there is a flat palm or not? To be honest, I don't know to answer these questions, but I know that you have to place the ball on 5 fingertips and on 5 finger pads. So in this case, if I do it the way, there is no space or there is a very short space. Same thing, again, doesn't exist the ideal shot. Again, I always try to use the role model shooting form of the best players. Steve Curry, no gap. But if you want to keep small gap, you can. But the basic thing is 5 fingertips, 5 finger pads. When I put my shooting hand on the ball, so I have to think about 5 fingers. And again, always you have to know what you want to teach and how. So this is the same thing. When I strengthen my arm front of me, anybody of you, so you can see that the pinky goes right. Ring finger goes right. Thumb goes left. We have only two fingers on our palm, and this is index finger and middle finger, okay, going straight forward. And this is the reason why we have to keep these 2 fingers last on the ball in the act of shooting. So we want to take away the pinky, we want to hang it in the air, we want to take away the ring, thumb as well. And this is the last 2 fingers deciding the direction of our shot. So when you teach the kids, my recommendation is that we have a point on the ball when we put the index on, first thing, or what you can do as well, then you can place this point in these two fingers, would have to stay on the ball the longest time. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second thing is, if we're talking about the fingers, and this is a big problem of many players, that my index finger and thumb cannot create L. So if I put the ball on the floor, on the ball, so you can see that there is an L. Well, it's not good because when you shoot, so you use the shooting hand flick. So in this case, the new way of teaching shooting is that we have to create a J. So in this case, we can say more or less that all 5 fingers going one way. So when I place my hand on the ball, so you can see here J and no L. So this is a proper placement of the shooting hand. What to do with the wide hand? Okay. Again, the wide hand has to be from the side, and again exists the way how to do it properly. Every single basketball has a panels. This is panel, 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 panel. So when we place the shooting hand on the ball, we have to count 2 panels. We don't count the thumb, we just count these 4 fingers. And after 2 panels, from the side, we place the wide hand. So this is more or less, okay, how I hold the ball, how I place my hands, plus, okay, if you have a middle line, where I have my index on, so my wide hand fingers never can cross this imaginary line. So if I cross that line, so you can see that my hand is from the top. Well, it's not good. So this imaginary line, you see, I cross that line. So if I take the ball, take my hand away, wide hand to the side, okay. So this is my placement of the hand. So when I take the ball up, so I have this ball from the side, not from the top. If you don't use these 2 panels, and you place 2 hands much closer to each other, so there is a problem that you start using the flick of your wide hand. So this is the reason why we use teaching the kids or fixing the shot, placing the wide hand on the side. So this is the hand placement and the grip. Everybody, like every coach, when you talk to the coach, he always says, shot is one movement. But it's not true. You know, if you analyze the shot, there's no one movement at all. There is a very short breaks in the act of shooting, but the one thing that you have to lift up the ball, first moment, and then you have to shoot it towards the basket. So at least these 2 movements are different. So we cannot talk about the one movement. Of course, that we want to connect them together, and the shot looks like one movement, but it's not one movement. So when we already have a hand placement, we already know, okay, how to use the lower body or how to use the stance. We have to talk about the second important angle, and probably the most important angle, because it's not only about the angle, but how to use this angle according to the timing. And this is angle shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So this angle is 85-degree angle. So when I stay from your side, so you can see that the angle shoulder, elbow, and wrist has to create 85-degree angle. If there is a bigger angle, 90, 95, and more, so in this case, you teach the kids become the pull-up shooters and not the push-up shooters. We want to make the shot as simple as possible. If we talk about one movement, so it just has to be push-up shot and not pull-up shot. So as I get the stance, and I can create this 85-degree angle two ways. So first thing is, when I have 90 here, like you can see here, 90 from that side, 90 here. I can do it, I can change this angle two ways. I can lift up the ball, how high, okay, is the question, or what is much easier, to take my elbow much behind me. And this angle, 85-degree angle, shoulder, elbow, wrist, is very important in the act of shooting. So first of all, when we place the hands on the ball, we already know 45-degree angle, slightly head, turn 11. So I need to bring the ball close to me. How close? To my body. Because if I keep the ball away of me, look at my angle. Okay, look at my angle. So if I want to have angle here 85, so I need just bring the ball to my body. Of course, you cannot connect it with your body. More or less, there has to be the gap between the ball and your body from 6 to 10 centimeters. Here, okay, like an American school, they call it that there is a space for basketball guard. So from 6 to 10 centimeters, when you bring the ball towards your body, and we have a 85-degree angle in a shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Before we want to create this angle, we have to just load the wrist. Big mistakes, okay, for a moment you will see on a video, okay, that many players, after dribbling, okay, their wrist is flat. You see? So when they catch the ball, the first thing when they bring the ball to the body, they have to load the wrist. This angle is very, like, I don't use the numbers here because it's very difficult to say, because we have a different angles what we can create here from 60 till 90. Some players can bend this wrist really into 90. Some of them just 60, for example. I don't know, turn to 90. It's okay, how we were born. So load and 85. So we are already, okay, the 45 angle, we have 85 bringing the ball. We have two different shooters. Generally speaking, we have two different shooters. We have a side holder, so the ball is on the side, or we have a middle body holder shooters. Why I'm talking about it? Because we have to catch the ball different way. Now, okay, the modern way is that many players, they are mid-holder body shooters, but still exist, and it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad that we have a side holder body. Why I'm talking about it? Because if we want to talk about the elbows alignment, so we have to do everything what is possible to make every shot simple, and because of it we have to catch the ball, we have to place the hands on the ball different way if we are side holder or middle holder. If we are side holder, and again, if you imagine the clock below me, so my shooting hand fingers go to 12. My right hand fingers go 12 as well. So two panels, you can see 12, 12. That's my 12. You can imagine it? It's clear? But if I put the ball into the middle of my body, okay, so first of all, I said, like, you have to see, like, if I'm 12 and 12, so my elbows are in a great position having a flat triangle. I will explain later why flat triangle. No inside. Old school inside, modern school outside. So I just have to keep the shot as easy as possible. I don't want to change too many things in the act of shooting, because I want to make my shot simple. So when I prepare my elbows, and I am a side holder, so 12 and 12, and when I leave, I don't do nothing at all. I just leave the ball, and I have a great position too. But if I am middle holder, so you can see one thing. For example, when I stay in front of you, so my wrist, okay, is on one line with my forearm here. But if I bring it to the middle, you see? So I break this angle. So in the act of shooting, I have to start, okay, putting my wrist back and then shoot. So the problem is that we have to place the hand on the ball different way when we are the middle holder. And this is 11 and 1. So same thing, when I catch the ball and I am a middle holder, so my shooting hand fingers, okay, go to 11 or 10, something in between, here. And a wide hand showing 1. Same thing, okay, not 12, 1. And same thing, okay, if you're a middle holder, you can see, same thing happens. So this is, for example, what you have to think as a coaches. If you have a kids naturally, at the beginning, they become side holders or middle holders, but you as a coach, you have to know how they have to place the hands on the ball if they are side or middle holder, because we need to make the shot as simple as possible, not moving the elbows. What happens, okay, again, what happens, okay, for example, if you are on the side and you keep 12 and here 1, so you can see my elbow. You see, this is a chicken wing, we call it chicken wing. But if I place it, okay, to 11 and here to 1, so I go straight. So not here. So you have to think about it as a coach, is how to place the hands on the ball. And now getting back into the wide flat triangle. Again, old school, when I was young. Maros, when you shoot, you always have to bring the elbow inside, no flared elbow. Okay. So everybody shoot like this. But coming back into the moment when I was talking about these two fingers, and again, it makes sense for me. So when I place the ball in my shooting hand, and I just wanna keep the elbow inside, okay, you can see, for example, here, if I take my elbow inside, so in this case, I put the weight of the ball into all 5 fingers. When I have an elbow inside, so I have to twist my palm, and the weight of the ball is on all 5 fingers. What we don't know, what we don't want, because we said that we want to have just these 2 fingers last, so we need to put the weight of the ball on these 3 fingers. So when I catch the ball and when I take my elbow outside, so now more or less, I have the weight of the ball on these 3 fingers, what I want to have. So this is the reason why we have to flare the shooting hand elbow outside. Again, I'm talking about flat triangle. When I catch the ball, okay, mid holder here, not this one, okay, but here, flat triangle. And in this case, I have the weight of the ball on the most 3 important fingers. So this is the reason why we flare the elbow. Now, follow through and timing. And now we come into the situation why we have to talk about the 85-degree angle. Look at it. When you get the stance, proper stance, when you just, that's it, when you see my hip, from straight position into the 45 position, when I drop my hips, so from here to 45 is maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 centimeters. So I move my hips from my straight legs into the 45-degree angle, I don't know, 12 centimeters, 15, I don't know, more or less, depends on your size. But another thing is that you have to move the ball from position 1 into the releasing 3 times bigger distance. Okay, maybe 1 meter, maybe 80 centimeters. So this is the reason why you cannot start shooting using the lower body and upper body in the same time. Because if I get my stance, here 12 centimeters, here almost 1 meter, so when I start going in the same time, the ball is here, but I've already straightened my legs. So it means that I shoot only with my hands. But as I said before, the most energy we generate from the legs. So here we have to talk about the timing, as you can see there. So what we need to do? So when I drop my hips down low, catching, having 85. So first of all, I start using my hands, not moving my lower body at all. I don't move my lower body. And now, about this 85-degree angle. So I don't change my 85-degree angle till the moment when I bring my elbow over the shoulder. Why? Because I need to get under the ball as quick as possible, because I want to be the push-up shooter and not pull-up shooter. So if I have 85 here, if I change it to 90, so look at the trajectory of the ball goes here, so I am pull-up shooter. I pull it up and then I shoot. But if I go below the ball, under the ball, as quick as possible, keeping 85-degree angle, so I'm much quicker below the ball. So I get my stance, I start using my hands, keeping 85, still 85, still 85, still 85, still 85. When my elbow, shooting elbow, is over the shoulder, then I start using the legs. And in this case, we have a one smooth movement shot. Plus, what is the most important thing, I generate the power because of my legs and not the hands. So I get the stance, 11, 85, no lower body, no hands, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, 85. My shooting elbow is over the shoulder, and now I start using the whole body, releasing and follow through. In this case, you have one smooth shot, even as I said before, the shot is still built by two different movements, coming up and shooting towards the basket. But it looks like one movement. So this is very important. Not changing 85 till you bring the elbow over the shoulder. When the elbow is over the shoulder, so then we can start using the legs and changing the angle. Why we do it the way? Why we don't change the angle? Because when we are in the angle of shooting, so we have to stabilize the elbow. Okay? If I'm here, 85, and I'm gonna shoot changing the angle, so I don't stabilize my elbow. I need to stabilize my elbow and then just pushing through the basket. So this is why this angle is so important. You have to be patient, not working with the lower body. When the shooting elbow is over the shoulder, we change 85, shooting towards the basket, using and generating the power because of our legs. As I said, okay, so we want to release the ball with these two fingers. What we want to do when we follow through, so we want to snap the wrist, and these two fingers at least, index finger and middle finger, go towards the ground. If you bend after snapping the wrist with all four fingers down, not a problem at all. But if you want to avoid the situation when you interrupt the shot by pinky and ring finger, so it's better if you take these fingers away a little bit earlier. So when you go for shot, same angle. Now, first of all, I take pinky, then I take ring, and I just follow through with these two fingers. So this is the following the through. What we wanna do? Many players, they bend the wrist right after shot. Very easy thing is that with these two fingers, that are the most important, you wanna, okay? So after follow through, you wanna just touch the forearm. In this case, you know that you go straight. Okay, no right, no left. Okay, you have to imagine with these two fingers, you wanna catch the forearm. So this is a shooting hand release. But what we need to do with the wide hand, and this is a big deal. Wide hand is a big deal. Many shots are influenced by wide hand. Why? Because the players, first of all, they don't know how to use the fingers of the wide hand, and second thing is they don't know the proper timing when they need to remove the wide hand fingers off the ball. So again, but like all these things what I've talked about right now, it's not easy to recognize. You need the video. You need the video, okay, to analyze it. So when we are in angle shooting, we have two important moments when we have to think about the wide hand. First thing is 85-degree angle. And you can see that I always get back in this angle because it's very important. So when we start changing this angle, so when I start extending my shooting hand, so means when my elbow is already over the shoulder, so this is the first moment for my wide hand when I start taking away the fingertips. When I start changing the angle here. So this is the first moment for the wide hand that I start taking away the fingertips. So if I there, so when I start changing this, so I start taking, okay, the fingertips away. And what is the last moment when the wide hand palm has to be removed totally off the ball before you start snapping the wrist. So before you start snapping the wrist, the wide hand has to be totally removed off the ball. In any other case, you start using thumb flick or palm flick. What is the worst thing about the wide hand? So we have to do everything to keep this moment. When I start changing the angle, start taking away the fingertips. When I'm gonna use the snap of my wrist, so I have to remove my wide hand. My wide hand, right after the shot, my wide hand fingers, okay, goes towards the ceiling or slightly towards the direction of the ball. Hand, shoot or wide hand is never straight. You don't extend it, because if you extend it, you have a tension. But we need this hand relaxed. So we never extend it totally. It's bent in elbow because we need to keep this hand relaxed. Okay? So we go like this, no interference here, and you can see going towards the ceiling or slightly towards the ball. When my thumb gets towards the ceiling and the ball and the wide hand fingers go towards the ball. This is two different approaches. Both of them are good. It's up to you which one you pick. I like more the second one, because if we talk about the time when we keep the ball under control with the two hands, so we still have a very short time, but still, okay, this movement takes a time, so it means that I have the ball under control with the two hands a little bit longer time. So my shot is a little bit more balanced. But as I said, towards the ceiling, it's perfect as well. So this is about the wide hand, this is about the shooting hand with the wristing the net. And the last angle, as you remember, I said 3 angles: 45 legs, 85 elbow, and the last angle is a 60. Okay, 60. So when you do everything properly in your shooting form, so when my ball is already in the air, so I release the ball, so we have to do one thing, and this is that we have to bring the elbow over the eyebrows. Why? Because if I extend my shooting hand and my elbow is below my eyebrows, my shot is flat. but we need the arc. So with the arc, I can do it with a thing that I bring my elbow over. Okay, you can see it here. So this is the level of my elbow. It's over my eyebrows, plus the angle floor, and my extending shooting hand is 60. So this is the third angle. What do you have to focus on? To be honest, when I watched the video of this guy, so I asked my daughter to borrow me from mathematics this angle measurement, and I measure the angle. It's very important because if they shoot under the small angle, so the shot is flat because your elbow is below your eyebrows. So this is okay the way how we can secure that our shot has an arc. So this is about shooting. Okay, so this is the whole methodology. Now, as I said, this is perfect. We analyze it, okay, we are smart coaches, we are great, nobody's better than us, but I guess that this is nothing. Because the most important thing starts now, and this is the process. This is the process, how we are gonna change step by step. As I said at the beginning of my speech, that we as the coaches, we are guilty because we skipping the steps. So here you can see that we follow step by step the battery of the different drills. If you wanna change the shooting form, if you wanna fix the shooting form, you cannot start from step 4. Because it doesn't work that way. So what I do, and again, as I said at the beginning, it's up to you. Maybe your methodology is different. This is what worked for me, and let's say, I got some results, we will see for the moment. So first thing is that the drills, the first step is that we have to be focused on foundation. So means we have to be focused on form and mechanics. And that is a very important first thing. Guys, don't skip boring drills. Don't skip boring drills. Especially with the kids, it's not easy because you have to keep their attention. But without boring drills, we cannot make a step forward. Just not possible. And this is about the form and mechanics. These drills are simple. One repetition takes 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever, and they don't like it too much. But if you skip the first step, you are almost done. So this is the first thing, and this is, I start every single practice. Okay, I call it Y and B part. So Y as a vitamins, B as a balance. My every practice, my every individual session, what I have now from 14 till 17 every single week in Spain, huge number, it's not easy, but I start every single practice with the vitamins and balance drill. I will show you later on the court a couple of these drills. Then we go into the movement. So we have a drills would simulate the movement on the floor, but what is very important, no dribbles. So we just move with the ball, so we work on balance and rhythm. As you can see, when we move with the ball but without dribble, okay, something like, okay, you catch the ball, 1, 2, 3, and you shoot. Again, boring, yes, boring, but there is no any other way. The third group of the drills, and catch and shoot. So the player does something before he catches the ball. He can do it for himself with some spin, catching and shooting. Then with a different passing, but again, moving without the ball. So catch and shoot is different, that the player doesn't move with the ball and then takes the shot, but the player does something, he catches the ball and he shoots it on the basket. The first thing is off the dribble, and again, here, you have to be careful. Please guys, my advice is, when you teach how to form the shot, don't use more than 2 dribbles. Okay, we have course, that, how to say it? We have now, like, this is a fashion, that we have 1 million individual skill coaches. Everybody wants to, okay, 25 dribbles, okay, 8 times between the legs, but at the end, why to do it if you don't use it in the game? I mean, the modern game is about 2 dribbling and 1 pass. So why to teach the kids 25 dribbles? So here, if we talk about the shooting form, so every single drill doesn't have more than 2 dribbles. Why? Because we want to be focused how to grip the ball, how to catch the ball, and 1 or 2 dribbles is enough. Anything else is about ball handling and not the shooting. And the last thing, with the pressure and speed, and this is the battery of the drills, like game situations. Here, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that any one of you can have a 1 million ideas, especially how your playbook looks like. So you know what kind of movement, with the ball, without the ball, involve your playbook, and according to it, you can break it down and come up with some game situation. Because again, I show you something what is important for me, not talking about the playbook. Generally, what kind of shot game situation you can meet in every game. So this is how I go step by step with my players. I don't know if you can see, oh sorry, if you can see it there with the red one. And this is the question, like, when you start talking about fixing or teaching the kids the shot, the first question what you have to ask yourself, how long time you can spend with the shooting? I mean, it's difficult, okay? As I said, I guess that 50 practices, 50 sessions, at least by 1 hour. Again, my experience, never less than 170 shots, mindful shot, never more than 220 shots. It's a perfect battery for 1 individual session. Made 170 till 220, depends on the length, depends on the age. But this is something, at least what I'm focused on. So you have to know, okay, how long time you can spend there. And now, okay, guys, everything is clear so far. We know, okay, what to do. And then, when you watch and analyze the video, so there is some common mistakes. What cause the bad habits? What cause the bad shot? So there is a tab, as you can see, okay, in this slide. I just try to emphasize, let's say, 7, the most common mistake in the basketball. So why you have like first the black one, arrows, cause of inconsistency. So why it happens? The second one this is the symptoms. So this is the white one, and root problem is the last column of the black one. But we changed the computer, so it's a little bit moved. Okay. So if we talk about the cause of inconsistency, so this is what you see. The second column, symptoms. Okay, how it looks like, and the third one, how you can fix it. So it's very good help. So when you analyze the shot, let's say, I see that there is a poor wide hand control. Okay, symptoms. So when he has a poor wide hand control, something is bad with his wide hand. So you can see the side spin, or you can see the push shots, push up, flick down, flick palm. And what to do? So wide hand flicking or release. So you can see this step. I can share it with you after the clinic. So it's very good help to control it when you analyze the video, to prepare the drills. Of course, when you work with the player, it's very important to have a feedback. Why? Because we as a coaches, we see many things, we can analyze many things, but we don't feel the shot. Just player feels the shot. So because of it, at least my strategy is that I really like and I really consist of feedback. So means I ask my players who I work with what they feel. I prepared a couple of questions what I used to ask. Of course, it's just example, but again, okay, what did you feel during the shot? We don't feel the shots, they feel it. So maybe if they are open enough to share their feelings, it's gonna help you with the feedback and how to say it, not to be too much stubborn, going ahead with something else. Another question, where did you miss and why? So as you see that the one shot has I don't know, 20, 30 different details, and the players, they feel it. Especially if they are older, they feel, okay, in which moment their shot became wrong. Was your balance solid through the shot or not? Again, if we talk the balance, they feel the balance. Another question is, where you thinking or reacting? So often happens when you go through the drills. For example, it happened to me that players after 10, 12, 15 practice, they already started feeling what they do bad. Oh, coach, I know I used my legs too early. I was not patient enough with my lower body. Yeah, flick. I know, no fingers down. So it's a very, very, very good thing to ask them. And many different questions. I just put a couple of them. As I said, we work, and then of course any one of us expects some fruits. When after 2 practices, 10 practices, 15 practices, it's not easy to recognize. But believe me, if you share your knowledge smart way with the kids or with the professional players, they start shooting differently immediately. Of course, I'm not talking about automatic shots, habits, but you can see even after first practice that you can see one small detail that change. But it's a process. I have a video, and again, as I said at the beginning, it's a true story. It's a guy who I work with, under 18 national team. Of course, I asked him if I can show you his video, agreed. So there is a video. It's real, I swear, it's a real. This is a video when the difference between the first clips and the other clips, it's 25 practices, 24 practices. Okay? So I want you just stop it some, okay? Not always. So, at the beginning I explained you guys. So, on the left side, what is more like red, white. So this is the time when I met him first time. This is the practice when they made a test, when I didn't talk to him at all. I just asked him, okay, going through the test and shoot. Go ahead, please. Stop. Okay? So you can see the first mistake. In a circle, wrist is flat. Wrist is not bending. So it means it takes him the time to get under the ball. Here it's more pull-up shooter than push-up shooter. And his legs didn't create 45 angle, so he's not gonna have a power enough for the shot, using more energy because of hands and not the legs. Go ahead. Angle, shoulder, elbow, wrist, still flat, 90 or over 90. Again, pull-up shooter. Get back, please, back. No problem. Back, backward. More, here, okay? So again, wrist flat, still, angle, shoulder, elbow, wrist over 90 degree, and angle tight around 55 and no 45. No power, no energy for the shot. Go ahead.
Still here, 90, no 85. Okay? And you can see the wrist. Wrist is flared outward. So after the shot, okay, it was his habit, going always right. It was a really big mistake, but it was his habit. You are gonna see it better from the front angle. Okay, go ahead. Stop. So when you see, okay, this is after 25 practices. So his lower body is lower in a 45-degree angle. And great angle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and the wrist is loaded. So this is, we call, this is position 1. So if we say, okay, take the ball in position 1, this is the proper position 1. Go ahead. Stop. Here, you can see, he lifts the hands, but still he doesn't use the legs, what is great. So till the time when the elbow is higher than the shoulder. So angle legs ground, grade 45, he still keeps it. Angle shoulder, elbow, wrist 85, great. And eyes on the rib. Go ahead. Stop. Again, you can see the angle 85. Still you can see the angle 45. Timing, great. Angles, great. And now in this moment, when his elbow is on the line with the shoulder or even a little bit higher, now it's time to generate the power because of your legs and changing the angle, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Go. Ahead, more. Bang. You see? So again, follow through, no side. There was one coach from Poland. I talked to him with about many things, and he gave me great advice that when you teach the kids to shoot the ball and you want to keep them these 2 fingers going straight, ask them to make a O after the shot. So, and this is that case. So, because we want to rebuild his wrist banded habit, so after the shot I ask him to make a O. If you make a O, so in this case, okay, you cannot make it here because it's difficult to make a O. So follow, this is like very small help when you teach the kids. Okay, go ahead. Okay, now tilt. Okay, he was on the one side. He was left side tilt player. Again, here, middle holder. But he didn't know at all about how to place the hands on the ball, because right hand it looks like a side holder. Wide hand looks like a mid holder, so the placement is bad. The habit how to place the hands on the ball is bad. Go ahead. Okay, so as I said, if he is a middle holder, so fingers of the shooting hand 11 or 10 in between, and wide hand 11. But here it's so. Not bad, but so, but he is still tilt. Go ahead. Again, and this is what I was talking about. So if you are middle holder, if you are middle holder, but you keep the ball, the fingers of the shooting hand going 12, so you just have to break the wrist, and this is that case. He always broke the wrist because he wanted to keep the wrist going upward straight, but his elbow was flared, so it's just not possible. He couldn't shoot like this, so he used to broke the wrist. So this is that case. So we call it chicken wing, okay, and wrist is flared, it's bended, what is not good. Ahead, you can see it here. He is still tilt. Wrist is broken, body tilt to the left, and right elbow chicken wing. Okay, go ahead. Still tilt, and you can see here in this angle, okay, flared wrist to the right side. Ahead. Now, stop. It was his decision. I didn't ask him to change his ball position. I didn't ask him to become from mid holder to side holder. He just decided, okay, let's go for this, because when he took a couple of shots, he said that I feel much more comfortable, okay, keeping the ball on the side. But both cases are great. Side holder, middle holder, great. We just have to think about, okay, how to place the hands on the ball. Go ahead. Okay, so great angle, no chicken wing anymore. So our elbows are flared a little bit, creating the flat triangle. And what you don't see, there is a blue frame that still he doesn't use the legs. What is great? Elbows flare, slightly go ahead, legs still bending. You can see one line. Okay, he's not tilted anymore. Okay, one line shooter. Same. Shooting hand follows through, great even with the O, and wide hand doesn't interfere or is not engaged in the shoot. So like a great release. Great release. He made a great step ahead. I'm really proud of him. Okay, go ahead. Catch and shoot. It was disaster. I mean, at the beginning, like everything is better. So first thing is, knees too close to each other. Ball is too far away of his body. Hand placement. Okay, he's still here. He's a middle holder. He's a middle holder shooter. Instead going one, he's shooting his wide hand. Okay, goes to three, and when the wide hand goes to three, so in this case, he brings the ball up and he spans at the top, or he's turning. But okay, it happened. Okay, and tilt, he's tilt. Same, broken, you can see broken. And now for example, okay, you can see, okay, this is the case what I was talking about. So if we talk about the midline, you never can cross with your fingers this imaginary line, because at the end you shoot from the top. So you have to keep it on the side. But he didn't do that. So the ball is two on the top. Chicken wing. Okay? Again. Landing. Okay, flared wrist. So I mean, like catch and shoot was really difficult for him. So we try to rebuild it. Okay. Here, great placement, okay? Hand 11, second almost 11, close to his body. Okay, maybe it should be a little bit higher. Again, we are not talking about the ideal shot. I know the magic. I cannot change everything. But I mean, it's pretty easy to recognize, okay, his evolution. Okay, go ahead. Here, great elbows, made a tilt. But elbows are great in the flat triangle. Still legs down. Go ahead. Bang. Nice wrist snap. Nice. Following through the ball. We can talk about how long time you should keep the wide hand up or not. But shooting head is great. You can see the difference. Okay. Now, catch and shoot from the corner. Here, you can see here what is the difference between the pull-up shooter and push-up shooter. Pull-up shooters, no 85, ball far away, and they pull the ball back, and they want to shoot it ahead. So this is the first. So you can see the sinusoid, okay, how big are, because the ball is too far away, losing the energy. The second one, he is ready. He is ready for the shot. Hop, great angle. You see? And the sinusoid is much better. So he is under the ball much quicker, because he brings the ball always into the position one, not keeping it too far away from your body. Ahead. And a great angle, 60 angle. So right after the shot, following the through, and shooting arm, creating with the ground 60 degree, as we talked about before. Great. Again, great shooters try to do their work as best as possible before they catch the ball. So they are ready for the shot. Here, he is straight. When he catches the ball, then he starts using his legs. So it's pretty like straight. Then he goes up, okay, 95 degree. Not 85, 90, 95 degree. Ball too far away, not from 6 to 10 centimeters closer to the body. Ahead. And follow it through. Then, you see, 85 immediately. 85. Ready legs. Legs are ready to shoot the ball, so he's maybe not a perfect, but much better than before. Ahead. 85, still legs are down, waiting till the elbow is higher than the shoulder. Wrist is loaded. Ahead. Okay, and flow it through to 60. So this is more or less that you can see, okay, after 20, like this is after 25 mindful practices. Working with this guy. We still work together, but now he is in the national team camp. Before I want, Jofi, I have a time for drills. Yes. Okay. So before I'm gonna to show you the drills. So you can ask the questions, or you want to ask the question at the end. Questions now, or maybe you don't have questions. I don't know. It's okay, so I need a player. Don't be shy, let's go, it's gonna be easy. Because where is my paper? Ah, here, okay, good. Ball, oh, you had it, okay. So, I prepared, again, I show some, please PowerPoint. Can I get the PowerPoint, please? Köszönöm szépen. Okay? Okay, this is the important thing. So, as I said to you, I work going step by step. I just want to be smart coach enough, not skipping any step. So, I just want to show you in every part of the shot, in every step of the shot, couple of drills. I repeat again, I don't skip boring drills. I use the boring drill, especially if we talk about forming the shot. First thing is, I already mentioned it, I start every single practice with the two things, vitamins and balance. So whatever they do, whatever the practice consists of, whatever the practice is focused on, I always start the drill with the drills, 2 drills max for the vitamins and the balance. Okay, I want you to face there, another one face there, and the third one face there, and everybody can see it. Okay? I'm always showing you the drill, and you are just gonna do it. So we have to talk about the first thing, and this is the position 1. So what I do, even with this guy, he's 18 years old. So when I met him, the first practice was very simple. So I want you to get the stance when your feet are on the ground, apart as your hips or shoulders. Right hand shoulder. Right, great. It's gonna be easier. So I want you to tilt, okay, your feet. If you have a clock behind you, so your feet goes to 11. Right foot is slightly ahead because you are right. Okay. I want you to drop your hips to 45. Easy. Nothing more. Okay. And I want you to put the ball on your thigh and just bring it into position when we bend the wrist and when we create 85. So this drill, okay, don't pick it up. You don't need to pick it up, okay? Just come in here and you keep it there. Don't pick it up. Just keep it here on the yes. Okay? So slowly, okay? So first thing is, you can see for example here, it's not 85. So I come to players and I set here. So now we have an 85. We have a wrist bending, we have an 85. Of course, when we talk about the hand placement at the beginning. So when you catch the ball, put the fingers here. One panel, second panel, 4 fingers on the side. Where you should here or there? Okay, great. 12, 12, great. Here. Okay, and now, there. Load it, 85. Same thing, okay? Here, 85, 85. Same thing, okay? Ball down, roll it down, and come back. I do it 20-25 times, every single practice, okay? Because I work on a shooting form, I always work with the one kid. I don't have a group sessions. I work in always face to face. Everything is the same. Relax, relax. We start the same way, but when you bring the ball into position 1, I want you to pick it up. Okay, you pick it up. Don't forget, girls, that you have to keep the legs down, your hips are dropped, and you have to create here 85-degree angle. I help you. Okay? Get down. Good. So at the beginning we have a flat wrist. Okay? When we roll the ball up, so we bend it and we lift it up. Don't use the legs. Okay? Here. 10 to 6 centimeters. That's it. If you bring it too far away, you change this angle. Okay? So this is the second step. And third step is the same thing. Okay? Relax. And the third thing is the same thing, but this is position 1. And I ask them to make position 2 when we bring the elbow over the shoulder, not using the legs. So you are here, you are in position 1, from the beginning, rolling up your thigh, and you get my legs here. Okay? So hand placement. Okay? 1, 2, okay? There. Bring it, okay, we set elbow outside. Okay? Now, elbow has to be higher than shoulder. That's it. And you see the basket. You see the basket? Elbow is higher. Okay, good. No legs. Stop. Okay? Don't change anything. Turn. Okay? You can see 95. Okay? 85. So I'm really focused going and correcting every mistake. Relax. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3. I do it a lot. And there is, even if you have a great players, there's always a mistake. Then what we do, what is the next thing? I want you to come here, line it up, one behind the other. Okay? So first thing, I put them close to basket, but not too much. Because if I ask them, okay, again, depends on what you like. I don't like them to come here and to shoot on the basket. Why? Because when she shoots, she cannot create a 60-degree angle after release, because she's too close to the basket. So I don't like it. Many coaches like it, I don't like it. So I ask them to start 2-3 steps away, but what I do at the beginning, and this is a great advice for any coach, I got it as well. So when you start teaching the kids, don't execute the first drills towards the basket. Because if you ask them to attack the rim, they are going to be focused only how to make the shots. But we don't care about the shots. We are not focused at all if they are going to make it or not at the beginning. Because we work on shooting form, know how to make a basket. Okay? So what I do, I put them like this, but on the side. And 2 drills. First release, that she, okay, same as we did there. I want you to come in position 1, and you stop it. Then you come in position 2, no legs. Okay? And then you follow it through. I want you to take a shot, but the ball has to drop on the floor maybe 1.5 meter in front of you. More or less. You understood? Okay? So go. Hand placement. Good. Legs over, legs over, legs over. No, body. Okay. Not this. This. Okay. Up. Position 2. Okay, stop. Go. Position 2. Go up. Position 2. Here. Okay. You don't attack the ring. You attack this side. Okay, guys. Here. Okay. 85. And now I just want to shoot you. Boom. Okay, go again. And do me a favor. When you shoot the ball, I get a rebound. I just need you to freeze after the shot. So when you take a shot, freeze it. Freeze your body. Okay? Here you go. 85. Back. Okay. Freeze it. Again, and freeze it. Okay. You take a shot and stop. Stay. I come to you and I want to show something to coaches. Stop. Good. Okay? First thing is, okay? So look at it. As we talked about the fingers, all four, or at least these two hanging, the pinky and ring finger. This angle, 85. We need a 60. Okay? So this is the thing that I always, when I work with the players, I start them, and I come to them, okay, again, chicken wing, okay, here, there, or there. Next one. Don't rush. Stop. Elbow. 85, good. Here, and shoot it. Stop. Okay? Same thing. She cannot bend the fingers because her thumb is inside. She has no space. So I take it away, I put it back, I straighten it, and I put 60. Okay, so this is the thing. Next one, get closer. And now starts funny. Get closer. Look at it. I want you to shoot and using the flat side of the board. So you face here, okay? And I want you to shoot the ball, and the ball has to touch the floor, or has to touch the board on the way down. No, on the way down. So when the ball goes down, you shoot it, and when the ball goes down, so it has to hit the board, dropping here, and you catch it back. You got it? From zero. Okay? Here, 45, good. Okay, great. Position. We don't move the legs. Good. And now you shoot it. Up. Again, know when the ball goes up, when the ball goes down. Next one. Darazsak. Okay? So 85, okay? No legs. 85, okay? And now you shoot it. Again, try to hit the board when the ball goes down. When the ball is on the way getting down. So it looks like, okay, when the ball goes down. Like this. Next one. Shoot. Slowly. Okay? Shoot it. Back. Okay, better. Same thing, but you hit the skinny side of the board. And you know that you shoot well when the ball comes back to you. You understand? So, okay, so you come here. I want you to hit in the shot the white side of the board. Don't rush. We have a time. Slowly. That's it. 85. Good. Okay. Here. Take it in position 2. Good. Perfect. And now you shoot it, releasing the ball, hitting the white side of the board. Okay. Next one. Good. Bring it. Don't change this angle. Don't change this angle. Don't change this angle. Good. Okay? Good. And now you should back. No good. Okay? Come here. Again. So. Okay. Good. Hop. Okay. Legs. Hold it. Hold leg. No legs. Here. Okay? And from here, okay, you should. It's a windy here. Then, okay, one thing that I use a lot is, for example, that I let them shoot straight to the basket. Two different ways. One is sequential. 1, 2, release. Or I ask them to shoot in one motion, but slow. Really slow. The shot takes 3-4 seconds. So I want you the first one. Okay, plus one thing. We count only swishes. You know what is a swish? Swish, okay, no read. Just that. So we count the swishes. For example, I said, okay, guys, 4 swishes. So I don't care about if they hit the basket, we count only swish. You know what is a swish? Okay, so I want to hit sequential. So 3 parts. So you come here, drop, ping, hips. Position 1. Okay, then you go into position 2, no legs. And then I'm gonna release it. Okay, no swish. You are gonna do a different thing. So you are gonna connect all these 3 parts together, but you go very, very slowly, like this. So bring it here, down, and you go back. No legs, no legs, no legs, no, now legs. You go, and you release it. Again, attacking the basket, swooshing. Okay? Good. Good. At the beginning, ball is here. Position 1. And from here you go slowly, okay? Go. No legs, 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 no legs. Go with the legs back. Okay? Slowly, no legs, okay, good. And we go for a lead back. Again, I always stop them correcting the mistakes. Okay, so this is vitamins. Why vitamins? Second thing is, and this is balance. 3 different drills, 1 there, middle, 3rd there. You are going to take different shots. Okay? You are going to take the ball, put the whole weight on your right foot. Okay? I want you to straight his leg and touch the floor. Okay? Lifting. The hand, the leg up, touch, still, keep. Okay? Bringing the knee up, and you take a shot, and after release, try to stay on one leg. You got it? Get position 1. Okay, now I want you to make a hop, and from hop, you land on one leg. And then you take a shot. Okay? And what I want you to do, you are already on one leg, and you go like side, and shot. You got it? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and now for example, if I ask them to shoot the balance, shooting for is not there. So again, we have to get back. Because if I ask them for the extra task, an extra task is balance. So then they start losing and being focused on the shooting form. Okay? Yeah, okay. So this is more or less balance. The most difficult, what I like to do is come here. I want you to stay, you know what is a lunge? Lunge. Okay, almost lunge. I want you to keep the ball in position 1. To just, okay, right through the head, and I want you to make a turn 270 and take a shot. Difficult. Okay? Maybe closer there, closer. Okay? Get low, and just go, and away of the basket, up, and shot. Again, I like this drill because there is a big rotation, the whole body is out of balance, and the first thing what you can see immediately, they have a problem with the basic stance. They don't know how to rotate. But it's great because they are young. So this is a very, or at least like a drill what I like. So this is about the vitamins and balance. Then we have a first thing. Okay. Then we have a first thing, and this is foundation. So when we work on forward mechanics, and what we used to do. So again, different drills. I want to just get the position 1. Okay? Good, great. And now I want you, pretty simple. You just stay there, your eyes on the rim, and I want you to like, and shot. That's it. Okay? Again, you didn't see it. Okay, it's pretty clear. If I take a video, he started using the legs too early. So, no. Then. Okay? So this is the first thing. Second drill here in the middle, we have, okay? You have position 1, and I want you to go in position 2, 3, coming back, and then go for shot. So from position 1 to the position 2, you go to release it, then you bring it back, and you go for the shot. So like a double deep. Double deep. 1, that's it. Up, okay, but don't bring it up. Bring it up. You go up, you go up, you go up. Back, and shot. Again, double deep. Okay, we work on different position 1, 2, 3. And here, I want you to stay wherever you want. You keep the whole front of you, and I want you, with the hop, get into position 1. Okay? Here? Okay. And now, plus right after shot. Again, okay? Just one movement. Okay, go like this. Right here, you are straight. Okay? And bang, and shot. Okay, same thing. Elbow to inside, legs too early. This is another drill what I use a lot. Same thing is, but the ball is over you. Superman. Okay. Another thing what we do when we use the drop and hop technique, I never let my players to hit the floor after hop the floor. So when you are here and when you drop, don't put the heels on the ground. You got it? Okay, but shoot it immediately. Back. And again, I start them, I correct them. So this is about the foundation. Then we have a movement when we don't dribble. So what I used to do is pretty simple. You stay there, you are there, okay? Come here. Good. You go more under the basket. Okay. No, it's good. No, stay there. Okay, come here. What I need you to do, every one of you have to start position 1. So I want you to get low, bring the ball into the bucket, okay, bending your wrist, and your hips are dropped. Get the position 1. Okay. What you are gonna do? In this position, I want you to make 3 steps, not moving with the ball, not moving with your lower body. And you take a shot. You do the same thing, but backwards. Same thing. Okay? Don't rise up. And you are going to do the different drill. You just make a hop, hop, and shot. So we have 3 different drills. Wow. And again, reconnect this. There is a 1 million different adjustments. So forward, backward, hop front, hop backward, or backward and front. These drills I use a lot with the movement. Okay, so we have, okay, same, one more time. Same thing. Don't change the hips, the height of the hips. Being in position 1, and just 1, 2, 3, hop. Hop, hop. Back. Okay, so for example, this is the drill what I use a lot. If we talk about the movement, plus what I use, this is the turns. So I want you to stay facing there. Position 1, the weight. I want you to face there, yeah. Good. And you face there. Okay, what do we need to do? So I want you to turn 80, right? Same thing as she is. Okay. Here you can see that the ball is close to the basket, there the ball is away of the basket, so different sides. She's away of the basket. So ladies in the corners, so everybody's in position 1. You are gonna turn by 90. Okay? So they're facing the basket. They're facing the basket. And you 180. Here. And shot. Hop. Okay? So another. We have a turn. So again, not only about the foundation, but we have a movement. Steal, no dribble. So this is another drill what I use a lot. Then we have a catch and shoot. Many drills would I use catch and shoot is to spin the ball for yourself. I like it a lot because me as a coach, I don't need to be involved to passing the ball wherever they stay. Okay, for example, the same way here, and you can face the basket. Okay, good. Go a bit far away. You face there. Okay? So, what we need to do? Here, face it. Okay? So now, here, we have a 75. Here, we have a 180. And here we face the basket. Everybody same thing. I want you to throw the ball spinning in front of you. First condition. And second condition, what is the most important? Then you don't move earlier. Then the ball bounces the floor. You got it? So you stay, position 1, you throw it, and you wait till the ball hits the floor. When the ball hits the floor, just 1 meter. You come there. Plus, I use different footwork. Here I can ask 1, 2. Okay, so when you throw it, I want you to go 1, 2. 1, 2. Great. I want to make a hop. Hop. Okay, throw it. Hop. Okay, a little bit far away and go like that. 1 step and hop. And for you, you just throw it in front of you. Okay, when the ball drops down, so you catch the ball and you go 180 and shot. Okay, everybody understood? Here you go. Here you go. Spin it, hop. Okay, so this is another different thing. In every drill, what I use, I always work at least on 2 different footworks. Left, right, or right, left. Depends on the side. And I use the hops. What is a hop? Okay, like a two legs length. Another very nice drill what I like is you stay same thing. Okay, you get position 1, and in a step 1, 2, you bring the ball. So this is catch and shoot. Because when you come off the screen, you wanna get the ball. When you get the ball, you wanna bring it and take a shot. So this is we simulate the game. So just 1, 2 step, quick wing and shot. So you have to angle. You have to create the angle here. Okay, I want you to stay there. Okay, facing there. Get low. I want you to make a slide steps. Slide. I throw you the ball. Okay, you catch it and you take a shot. Okay, wide slide steps. I don't know, for example, it's a very important move. Okay, in these days, when we go in transition, not stepping the line. So the big players, they are in transition, and they don't run full speed and catching the ball and shooting, but they change sprint steps into the slide. So we are in transition, and last 3 steps are slide. Because we want to avoid stepping on the line. So this is the drill for transition. So, and here we have a 3-point line elbow. So you have the same thing, but 2 things. You start in position 1, go behind the 3-point line, and you make a 3-step finish, same 1, 2. But okay, in these 3 steps, because it goes, okay, push out back, 3 steps, and you have to make bang. So you go like and shot. That's it. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Get low. Go. Okay, and shoot. Go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bang. Go. Oh, that's it. So this is the simulation, and again, we talk about the boring drills. I don't, probably yes. But without these steps, we cannot go forward. So this is about catch and shoot. And off the dribble, as I said, I don't use more than 2 dribbles. You face there. It's pretty simple. You get in position 1, and I want you to turn you, going, okay, left leg, hop, 1, 2, and shot. Here, I want you to get low, in position 1, and I want you to go in between shot. And you, twice in between. Back. Okay? Like this. So you are there, you are there. Bang, shot. Once between, twice between, angled. Here you go. Dribble. Okay. So this because I use with 1, maximum 2 dribbles. Okay, so and the last thing, I want to show you a couple of drills, like game situations, and at the end, from my point of view, the best shooting drill that I ever seen in my life. I like it a lot because that drill involves almost every kind of basketball shot. So what we do? So I want you to start, go with the ball, and then while all of you there. Okay. Let's say that we have a fast break length. So you run in the first line, I run in the second one, third one, fourth, fifth. You pass me the ball, okay? But because I'm old, I cannot run. So I'm already here because I'm that player who is gonna break the first defensive line. I break the line, and you have to fill the corner. But I'm already here. So you hit me here, and we simulate, okay, passing to the corner and 3-point shot. It's transition. Here, I use 2 different footwork. Okay, so first footwork is run, hop. And second one is, I showed before, you run, 1, 2, 3, and shot. The second one is better for me, because we avoid the situations when you step out of bounds. You got it? Here you go. That's it. 1, and shot. Okay, next one. There. Good. Okay, third one. Okay, stop. Very similar drill is that you start into the corner, into the all of you. So this is more or less transition shooting. Now we have a pick and roll shooting. We talk about the game shots. I am the ball handler. I am Kalat, great passer. So you hit me, but I'm already there. Okay, the situation in the game looks like that when we run high pick and roll, having 2 players behind the pick in one division. So you have to start in the corner. Okay, and when I bring the ball, when I touch the paint, so you already have to be free throw line extended. And I hit you, and you take a shot. Okay? Again, what we need to do is, I don't want you to follow the line. Because if you follow the line, and I hit you, so you cross it. I want you to get 1 meter higher. So you come here, when the ball flies, and you shot. Again, 1, 2, so here, right, left, then left, right, or hold. Okay? Corner, and 45. Here we go. Again, we are focused on footwork. Okay, try to use right, left. So you go here, this way, sorry, and you go right, left, inside, outside, interior, exterior. Okay, not bad. Okay, so this is another thing what we use. The third thing is go under the basket. Under the basket. We have a baseline cut. Again, here is the most important thing is footwork. What I ask always my players, that they have to touch the area behind the 3-point line with the outside foot. So I ask them to run full speed and going outside, inside. Make. This is the quickest footwork for the shot. Okay, not like this. No. Okay? So I want you to go outside, inside. Outside, inside. Okay? Again, too many steps. One less. Good. Okay? So this is another drill that I use a lot. Then, I want you to be there. So again, you hit me, and now you run touching the lane. Okay? What I want you to do is that when you touch it with your inside, so you turn and you go right, left shot. So here you can go slow, then you go and you go for shot. Okay? Hop. Again, bad footwork. Takes the time. Right, left. Okay? Hop. Nothing adjust. Hop, hop. Inside, outside. Better at the end. Okay? Better. So I use these drills a lot. And the last thing what I want to say, what I said to you, and I told you like a 2 dribbles quick shots. So we are in transition, but you are me. So 1, 2, full stop, shot. Just 2 dribbles. You are okay. Don't forget that we have lanes. You are in the second lane. So 2 quick dribbles. You can start boom boom, or you can start hop. Here we go. 1, 2, hop. Good. Good. Next one. Try to use backhand. This is hop. Shooters. Great. Good. Okay, so we could see the different movement. Oh, good. Okay, so we use it a lot. And very, many different things. Okay, one more drill. Go down there. Give me the ball. Okay, what we do a lot, for example, it is an idea from Valencia men basket, who played the semi-final of the Euro Cup this season. They finished the second in ACP, and now they are 2-0 up in semi-final against Tenerife. They have a great season. I spent with them over 60 days, so I have many ideas from there. Get there. What is a very important move in these days? And this is a goal screen. You know what is a goal screen? So goal screen is something that you are not seeing before you set the screen, but at the end you don't see, okay, you don't set the screen. So you screen up, okay? You come in here, you wanna show the peak, but you go 1, 2, shot. Okay, slowly, okay? So I'm a ball handler, you wanna fake the peak, you fake the pink here, I go with yes, and you go for shot. I use this little ball, because every team runs it. So the footwork is very important. Go screen, okay? Just one screen. Try to get off me as far as possible, because we are smart and we ask this player to get the corner, so this is your space for the shot, okay? Here we go. Hop, pass, and we go shot. Okay? So for example, this kind of drill I'm used to. And the last thing, and I'm not gonna bother you anymore, and this is the drill what I mentioned before. This is the drill involves 6 different shots. I need just one player. Okay? But I need you to help me to rebound the ball. So one ball, who is gonna execute the drill? You. You don't need the balls. I need you to help me to rebound the ball. Okay, so we go slowly. So first thing is, you start there, I want you to sprint to get the elbow, I hit you, and you take a shot. Okay? So you take a shot. When you take it, right after when the ball flies, so you sprint to 45, here. When you come out of the inside area, what is the best footwork? What is the best footwork? Sliding. So I want you to slide in the corner. You get the ball and you take it, okay? Then you don't care about the ball because we are gonna get the rebound. I want you to sprint along the baseline for the third shot. What is the technique here? Remember? So outside, inside. We have a third shot. When you take a third shot, so same thing as we did the drill before. We have a pick and roll. So from corner, 4 shot. Okay, inside, outside. This is the 4 shot. When you take a 4 shot, you have an Iverson cut. So there's 2 screens. One is here, second one is here, and you are gonna use the Iverson cut. What is very important for me is footwork, and this is a flare step. So you run down the court, and you go for flare stops. Feet on, and then I just wanna very simple. You touch here, 1, 2, 3. Shot. Okay, elbow, sprint, slide steps. Second, baseline, outside, third. 4, pick and roll. 4, pick and roll. 5th, Iverson, flare. Here, backward 6. Okay, you have to help me to put on the ball. You are responsible for one ball, and if it is the ball, I pass this one. Come here, get inside. First, sprint, ball, slide. Okay, now we have a sprint opposite court, no problem. Good, hop, lift up, ball, lift, hop, ball, Iverson, hop, flare, good, hop. Good, hop, back, and back. Bump, shot. Okay? I know that I bother you too much, but if somebody lets me to talk, so I talk otherwise. So this is one topic what I wanted to share with you. Again, as I said at the beginning, if you don't agree with some things, it's great, because basketball is not one-way teaching. So if you have something else, if you have a different system, what works for you, keep it. If you like something from my lecture, I really appreciate it. Thank you for your patience, and thank you that you were here and you were patient enough to listen to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Maros. Hogyha valakinek van kérdése, akkor most a következő 10 perc szünetben itt várja Maros a kérdéseket, és akkor a Norbival folytatjuk 11 óra 55-kor.